In the sprawling city of Veridale, where the ancient streets whispered stories of heroes and villains, two brothers, Marcus and Elias, grew up side by side in a modest home. Their father, a blacksmith, hammered steel by day, crafting swords that gleamed like the sun. Their mother, a gentle soul, tended the small garden that gave their home its rare bursts of color. Marcus, the elder by 2 years, was bold and charismatic, a natural leader. Elias was quieter, introspective, but fiercely loyal. From childhood, the brothers were inseparable, bound by shared dreams and the unspoken promise to protect one another. As they grew, the brothers found themselves drawn to different paths. Marcus thrived in the bustling city's underground fight circles, earning respect and fear in equal measure. Elias, meanwhile, studied the city's laws and politics, aspiring to bring justice through words and scrolls rather than swords. Despite their different ambitions, they never lost their bond. On nights when the city was swallowed by darkness and uncertainty, Marcus would find Elias in the library, and Elias would meet Marcus in shadowy alleyways. Together, they dreamed of a Veridale where strength and justice ruled hand in hand. One winter, the brothers met Leora, a healer renowned for her kindness and wisdom. She moved to their neighborhood to care for the sick and broken, her gentle hands mending wounds both physical and emotional. Marcus fell for her fierce spirit and warm laugh, while Elias admired her quiet compassion and intelligence. The brothers found themselves caught in a delicate dance of affection and rivalry. Though neither would admit it, love for Leora began to sow seeds of tension between them. Leora, too, was torn. She saw the strength and fire in Marcus, but also the calm and depth in Elias. She cared deeply for both, but feared the fragile balance would shatter their bond forever. The city's underworld was ruled by the ruthless crime lord Darius Voss. His grip tightened as corruption spread like a plague, threatening the fragile peace Veridale had known. Marcus, with his connections, became entwined in the fight against Darius, aiming to dismantle his empire from within. Elias, now a rising official in the city council, sought to pass laws and build alliances to strengthen the city's defenses. But Darius was cunning, and the city's shadows grew darker by the day. One night, Elias discovered a secret plot. Darius planned to assassinate a key council member and blame Marcus's fight circles, igniting a war that would tear the city apart. He rushed to warn Marcus, but the message never reached him. Instead, it fell into Darius's hands, who saw an opportunity to turn brother against brother. In the chaos that followed, Marcus was arrested, accused of orchestrating the assassination. The city's eyes turned against him, and even Leora's faith wavered. Elias, torn between loyalty to his brother and his duty to the city, stood on the council floor and condemned Marcus publicly. The brothers' bond shattered like glass. Behind closed doors, Elias wrestled with guilt and doubt, haunted by the look in Marcus's eyes, the pain of betrayal and disbelief. Meanwhile, Marcus, betrayed and broken, vowed to uncover the truth and clear his name, even if it meant standing against his own blood. Leora, caught in the storm, refused to believe Marcus was guilty. She sought to heal the wounds of brotherhood and love, determined to bring the truth to light. In the shadows, Marcus uncovered evidence that Darius had manipulated Elias, using the assassination plot to pit the brothers against each other. Realizing the depth of the betrayal, Marcus orchestrated a daring plan to expose Darius and save Elias from ruin. With Leora's help, they infiltrated Darius's stronghold. A fierce battle ensued, brother and sister-in-law fighting side by side against the darkness that threatened to consume them. In the end, Darius was brought to justice, his empire crumbling like a castle of sand. Though scars remained, the brothers slowly rebuilt their bond. Elias apologized for the betrayal. Marcus forgave but never forgot. Their love for Leora, once a source of tension, now became a bridge that healed old wounds. Together, they worked to restore Veridale, not as warriors or politicians alone, but as a family united by love, brotherhood, and the painful lessons of betrayal. Months had passed since the fall of Darius Voss. Veridale was healing. The city's streets began to hum with hope, and the brothers Marcus and Elias worked tirelessly to rebuild the fractured trust between the people and those who vowed to protect them. Leora's healing hands were busier than ever, tending to those wounded in the recent conflicts, while also caring for a new life growing inside her, a child she and Marcus eagerly awaited. The promise of family brought a warmth to their home that neither brother had ever known. But peace, like the wind, is never constant. One evening, as the brothers gathered around a fire in their father's old forge, a messenger arrived with urgent news. A new faction, calling themselves the Black Veil, had begun spreading chaos in the outer districts of Veridale. They were ruthless, targeting city officials and striking fear into the hearts of the people. Elias, now more experienced in the political arena, proposed negotiation and careful strategy. Marcus, ever the warrior, believed only strength could crush this threat. Their old differences began to resurface, but this time, a deeper darkness lurked beneath their conflict. Late one night, Marcus received a secret visitor, a shadowy figure known only as Kara, a former assassin rumored to be connected to the Black Veil. She carried a message. The faction was not merely a band of criminals, but puppets for a far more dangerous enemy, someone from Marcus and Elias's past. The revelation shattered Marcus's sense of safety. He confronted Elias, desperate for the truth. Elias, however, was hesitant. For months, he had concealed a secret of his own. Before Darius's fall, he had been approached and coerced into meeting with a mysterious benefactor promising protection for Veridale, but at a cost. He never told Marcus, fearing it would shatter their fragile peace. The brothers stood at a crossroads once more, trust strained by the weight of hidden truths. Meanwhile, Leora sensed the growing rift and struggled with her own fears. The pregnancy progressed, but the stress of impending conflict weighed heavily on her. She pleaded with Marcus and Elias to put aside their differences for the sake of their family and the city. Yet, old wounds ran deep. When Leora discovered Elias's secret meetings, she felt betrayed, not by the man she barely knew, but by the brother who had promised to protect Marcus and her. The walls between them grew higher. As the Black Veil's attacks escalated, the city's trust in Elias waned. Rumors swirled that he might be a traitor, working behind the scenes to empower their enemies. Marcus confronted Elias in the dead of night, fury and heartbreak clashing in his eyes. Elias pleaded his innocence, revealing the truth behind his meetings. He had been gathering information, trying to understand and dismantle the Black Veil from within. But the secrecy, the lies, it had built a wall between them that seemed impossible to tear down. With the city's fate hanging by a thread, the brothers and Leora forged a fragile alliance with Kara. Together, they uncovered the true mastermind behind the Black Veil, a man named Varric, a former ally of Darius who had escaped justice and now sought revenge by destroying everything the brothers had fought to protect. In a climactic battle within the ancient catacombs beneath Veridale, Marcus, Elias, Leora, and Kara faced Varric's forces. The fight tested their bonds, Marcus risking everything to save Elias, Elias putting his trust in Marcus once more, and Leora wielding her healing magic to keep them alive. With Varric defeated and the Black Veil scattered, the brothers emerged from the shadows, their bond tempered by fire and betrayal, but stronger than ever. Leora gave birth to a daughter, a symbol of hope and renewal. The family, now complete, stood together as guardians of Veridale's future. Yet, as they looked out over the city's shimmering skyline, they knew the peace they had earned was fragile. But with love and brotherhood as their foundation, no betrayal could ever truly break them again. Years later, Veridale thrived beneath skies no longer darkened by fear. Marcus, now a respected protector of the city's peace, watched his daughter play among the flowers in their mother's garden, the same garden that had once bloomed quietly outside their childhood home. Elias had become a wise and just leader, his past mistakes and secrets woven into the tapestry of his experience. He and Marcus stood side by side once more, not just as brothers, but as pillars of a city reborn. Leora's laughter echoed through their home, a reminder that love could heal even the deepest wounds.